Yo. Welcome back to another edition of that Stay Off My Grass podcast. It's your boy Jeremiah back again to talk Laker basketball. We got game one playoffs in the building. We showed out in Memphis and we showed up and woo! We got a good show for y'all today. I got a special guest coming from the Down to the Wire 531 podcast. My man Rand. He's gonna come in and talk Lakers with us today. So I got a co-host that's not hating Randy.
Hey,
Welcome
what's going on? What's going on, Jeremy? What's going on, brother?
How did you enjoy the game, man?
Hey, man.
How you doing? How you doing first off, man?
First off, doing awesome, man. Thanks for asking. How you doing? You doing good, brother?
Feeling good, feeling great.
Bro, feeling amazing. That game was spectacular.
Absolutely.
It was a great game, man. It was definitely a roller coaster of a game, but hell of a game for a Laker fan. If you're a Lakers fan, man, great game.
For sure. All right, I'm gonna get into the stats real quick. We had Rui off the bench, man, with 29, followed by Anthony Davis had 21. Austin Reaves finished with 23. LeBron had 21, and then we had D'Lo at 19. Obviously, Jared Vanderbilt, we know he's not an offensive player, 4 points, and I'm okay with that because his primary job tonight was guarding Ja Morant, and he did a pretty good job because Ja didn't go crazy. Unfortunately, he got hurt. It didn't look too good, fell in his fingers and his wrist. I hope it's not nothing serious, just as a sports fan, but
Never
it
want
did
to see
not
that.
look good.
Never want to see that.
Yeah, and if Ja's gonna be out for the rest of the series, I think I might have to go buy me a new broom because but
Hey, man, if Ja is going to hurt them a lot. Ja's out.
So give me your thoughts on the game tonight, man. What you think?
Bro, it was a spectacular game. Very, very well balanced by the Lakers. We played pretty good defense as well. I think we've been a top rated defense in the league since the trade deadline. So
Yes.
defense was amazing. But what surprised me though was the balance of scoring, man. I expected it to be a AD LeBron heavy game. First half, AD and really D'Lo. First quarter he was a little shaky, but second quarter he played really good. And third quarter he had some big shots too. But first half it was kind of them, and then take it home was Rui and AR, man. They came in the clutch and killed it, bro.
That was crazy. I never thought I'd see a day where we see Rui and AR close the game by themselves. I was, Ham had pulled Rui out for like 2 minutes, but after Ja went down, Vanderbilt went out, Rui came back in. I don't know why he pulled him, but man,
no idea why he pulled him. I would have left him out there too.
Yeah.
He was playing amazing.
And then he punched one on Jaren Jackson, man. I was like, whoa, defensive player.
Yeah.
Oh, where?
I seen that coming. I saw it coming. I said, he gonna punch it. I said, oh, okay, we in there.
Like that. He was turned. He had his takeover on full go today. I'm just glad to see Rui excel in his role. And off the bench, if we can get production like that, 30 points is probably gonna be an anomaly, but 15 points, if he's knocking down threes and he can play defense, Rui is gonna be a great X factor.
He's a big body, he has great IQ. Yeah, man. He's a great X factor.
I was thinking maybe D'Lo was gonna be the X factor, or like his play would, be hinging on how we did, but it was actually AR in the bench. AD, I was got worried when he said he couldn't feel his arm. Because I
thought that, I was just like, oh my god.
So I was like, no,
deja vu all over again, bro. It was scary. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I was watching with my cousin. I was like, yeah, man, I'm not opening my phone for nothing. It's gonna say I don't want to see, but nobody got to say injury experts on Twitter. But luckily, he was able to come back. But I do want to talk about LeBron. I just feel like LeBron, he was active on the defensive end, but on offense, I feel like he's still like kind of going missing. He's not. He hasn't been like able to dominate, and I think partly too is Dylan Brooks is like on him for the full length of the court in his face, pushing him, and they're like really wrestling every time down the floor on offense. What do you think? What you think LeBron can do to get it going? I mean, we saw him knock down some shots later on in the game, but driving to the paint, he just wasn't there for him tonight.
Yeah, I think he has to do kind of what he did in the second half is get out the ball a little bit more. Of course, they're gonna have Brooks, pushing up on him full court, kind of the same way we have Vando and Dennis on Ja. They're gonna put pressure on him full court, try to get him tired, try to make him uncomfortable. Not even try to like mess with him, just make him uncomfortable. So he has to get out the ball a little bit more, kind of like he did tonight. With AR, kind of close the game out. He was the ball handler on pick and rolls, which was.
I don't think LeBron even touched the ball.
Never thought I would see it in a playoff game where Austin Reaves is the primary pick and roll ball handler, and we are succeeding. You know what I'm saying? So I think he has to get out the ball a little bit more, and also be a little bit more aggressive, be a little bit more assertive going to the rim. I think he was set a little bit for too many jumpers.
Yeah,
but that could also be the age and just be him not being 100%. Possibly, I'm not sure. But he has to be a little bit more assertive, going to the rim.
I did feel like he was like a little bit timid. He was pulling a lot of jump shots. I don't know if it's like fatigue or aging thing, because he was doing the chase down blocks and trying to go for all those plays on defense. So I mean, even if he's not using all his energy on offense, I guess he can preserve it on defense. But we have AD to protect the rim and all in all. But I do want to give some props to Coach Ham because I feel like when he does bad, everybody lets him know. But when he does good, nobody seems to say anything. So he left Rui in there tonight, let Rui cook. He let Rui get minutes. And he also went with Schroeder for a little bit too in the game when D'Lo wasn't really playing to where we needed him to play. And I do, and I like how he always has his trust in Schroeder. He always goes to Schroeder in moments when he needs him, and Schroeder usually comes in and delivers. He was getting AD some key buckets in the fourth quarter and then that second half. So uh, when D'Lo is not playing good, I don't mind quickly going to Schroeder because Schroeder keeps the tempo going. He keeps guys moving. He's able to get his own shot and also get other guys open. But anybody else,
Yeah.
particularly off the bench, or anybody else you want to shout out tonight?
Not particularly, man. I love what you said about Schroeder, though, man. I love Dennis. He's like a pest on defense too, man. He's a little bit underrated on defense, so I think he's an interesting matchup with Ja too. My thing with him is just sometimes on offense he settles a little bit too much as well, but recently he's been playing awesome, man. So love it, man. Love it.
All right, so we got what game 2 on Tuesday. Job potentially out. Man, this is definitely going. So with the Lakers winning today, we get the home court advantage. Pretty much in essence, we won the first game on the road, and we both have 3 home games from here on out. So
Mm-hmm.
Lakers have the advantage with the winning the first road game. And everybody usually says the series doesn't start until the road team gets a win.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's true, then the Lakers have already started
Yeah, he started.
digging a digging a hole to get there to the next round. But
Mm-hmm.
I know we had a full slate of games yesterday. We had the Kings and the Warriors. We had the Knicks and the Cavs. We had the Sixers and the Nets, and we had the Celtics and the Hawks. Did you watch any of those other games?
Yeah, man. I was
Yesterday?
glued to the TV yesterday watching all those games, man. The first 2 games wasn't too exciting, but those last 2 games, the Cavs, Knicks series, and the Warriors Kings, man.
Oh man! So
Those games
like
special for me.
I live out here in Sacramento, man. I couldn't go down there and celebrate because you
It
already
was
know my league.
crazy in
Man,
Sacramento,
it
man.
was crazy out there yesterday. Streets were packed. Every bar that had a TV was packed and filled with fans.
Man,
But
let us see that, bro. Let us see it.
again. But it's gonna be. I think that's gonna be probably my other favorite series on the West. That's gonna be
Yeah,
that's
it's
gonna
gonna be
be.
a track meet, but it's gonna be a hell of a series. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be some good high level basketball being played.
Mhm.
Defense is gonna be a little bit slack in that series,
That's
but
the only thing I feel like they don't have. The Kings can run offense, half court, full court, whatever you want.
whatever you want.
On the bench, big man, but defense is like they're lacking. And I feel like they
Yeah,
got a little stronger when they put Alex Len out there to at least stand at the rim. I think Sabonis is a little hurt. I don't think he's playing 100%. But anyway, I did want to talk about former Laker Julius Randle and the Knicks. Man, I just like to see him win and do good. But I think the Knicks might have that series against the Cavs, unless the Cavs can show me something else. But I like the Knicks on the road winning that game 1.
yeah, it looked real good, man. Tibbs has them playing some very encouraged basketball, very scrappy basketball. That's Tibbs' identity, man. Every team he
Yeah.
has gonna play scrappy defense, and it's gonna be hungry on offense too, man. They killed on the offensive glass, kind of winning the game with Mitch Robinson and Julius Randle.
Mhm.
Julius played lights out as well, man. I'm a big fan. Like once you're a Laker and you play good as a Laker, I think you're
Yeah.
Laker for life, man. I'm always gonna root
For
for you
sure. I love to see
always.
these do good for sure.
Yeah, so all those young guys we have, man, I root for them all the time, man. So I think the Knicks do have definitely have the advantage now.
Mhm.
I think the Cavs' problem is their inexperience, man. Having that front court, that first playoff game with uh what's his name Jared,
Jared Allen.
yeah, Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, their first playoff game. So they were a little bit shaky. I think they'll probably settle in a little bit. So I think it'll be a good series, but I think the Knicks definitely have the advantage.
Okay, and then game 2 for the Lakers. So we know Ja pretty much might be out. Anything you look at specifically coming in for the Lakers game plan wise, like anything you saw today that you think the Lakers should emphasize on for game 2?
We should emphasize the way we played defense on Ja was amazing.
Mhm.
Let him shoot, go under pick and rolls. Let him shoot all jumpers he want to shoot. If he gets hot and he beat us like that, hey, let him do it.
Absolutely.
I think we need to be a little bit more aggressive on Jaren Jackson Jr. Defensively. He got it going a little bit. And when he gets to going, he's gonna be tough to stop. And he's gonna get him going offensively, defensively as well. He's already a hard enough player on defense anyway. So definitely keep doing the same thing we're doing on defense and try to keep the balance on offense. Definitely got to try to get Braun going. But you gotta try to keep Austin Reaves and Rui engaged. Because if our bench was like this with Dennis, Austin, and Rui playing big minutes and playing as well, it's gonna be hard to beat, man.
So my thing is going into game 2, we might not get Ja, and we've seen Jared Vanderbilt was his primary defender today. So with Ja probably being out, I do see a reduction in Vanderbilt's minutes. He played 23 tonight. Rui got the more. He got 30. So I am expecting probably to see Rui a little bit earlier if Ja's not going to be out, so we get that offensive boost early. And we know Vanderbilt. He's not out there to get layups and shoot threes. He's out there to
Exactly.
play defense. So, and I feel like we can get a little bit of that with Rui. So with Ja being out and not having to have our elite defender on him, I think that gives us more opportunity to get open spaces and have play more of an offensive game rather than a defensive game going into game 2. But I
I would
really
agree with
like our
that.
chances. Even though Ja might be hurt, might not be playing. Prior to that, I really like the Lakers' chances because the Grizzlies don't have their primary center in Steven Adams.
Steven Adams, man, that's a huge loss for them. And Brandon Clark is out too.
Yeah, Brandon. Yeah, I was going to say that one too. But Brandon Clark also out. So the Lakers got lucky and they took advantage of that. I'm just glad they won the game that they're supposed to win and the game that they need to win. So we got game 2 on Tuesday, and then I want to say we start the series in LA on Friday. But I might have to fact check that. But I
No,
like.
I think game 2's on Wednesday. Actually, I think we got an extra day.
Okay, yeah. My bad. But game 2 and then game 3 is gonna be the one. If the Lakers get that advantage, I'm not. Maybe the Grizzlies come out hot because they're playing without Ja. And you got to remember too, though, the Grizzlies have played without Ja for like stretches during the season.
They've been good.
They have played good. So
they've been good without Ja.
The Lakers they cannot just like sleep on the fact, their star is out. No, they actually play pretty good when he's out. So I do want to keep that in mind. But anything else you wanted to add, man, before we get out of here?
I like what you said about decreasing Vando's minutes. He's a great defensive player, but he did struggle when they had him on Jaren Jackson Jr. He was struggling. Jaren was getting a bucket. So definitely, I think Rui does a better job on him. And maybe they get Vando back in. If Desmond Banks are going off a little bit because he was giving Austin Reaves a little bit tough time in the third quarter. So we'll see how it goes, man. But yeah, I like our chances, honestly.
All right, man. Tell them where they can find you at.
Hey, man, you can follow me everywhere, man. At FlymanRan on Twitter, Instagram. I don't really do the Facebook stuff. I don't really nothing else. And then also Down to the Wire 513 podcast, man. You can look us up on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere, man. Just Google us.
I appreciate you coming on, man. We got to get back. We get more of these early games. Y'all know he out on the East Coast, so
yeah, man.
late night games with me. I'm trying to understand, but if we got another early game, man, I'd love to get you on here.
Definitely, brother.
Basketball, but until next time, y'all. Peace.
Definitely, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Yep.